Hi and welcome to Winner's Corner. We have a Saturday ahead of us filled with lovely V75 final races at Åby Racetrack in Gothenburg. And for the first time ever, Åby Stora Pris goes off over the demanding long distance 3,140 meters. 2 million Swedish crowns to the winner, and the field is superb. Much due, of course, Mike, to Propulsion and Ridley Express. What a duel to expect.
It's a great duel. I think they're marketing as a match of the century, and those are two of the very best horses in the world, especially over this long distance. I'm really looking forward to seeing Propulsion, who is in the form of his life. He has been so impressive this year. Last time at Jägersro, he was just incredible. Örjan Kihlström for once drove a relatively bad race. They were a relatively poor race, but the horse just overcame that and was spectacular. So in addition, we've also got the open stretch at Åby, and Propulsion has the inside draw here. So that really puts an extra spin on the whole game. But Ridley Express, what an amazing horse he is. And over this long distance, he will be very tough to beat. It kind of feels like this is his own game, you know, over long distance. I don't think any horse in the world can beat him on strength. So he is definitely my favorite to win this one. I think he's going to keep a pretty high tempo all through the race here and take them out on strength.
Very well, then. We also, of course, have to mention that we have a lovely V75 jackpot. 3.5 million euros to a single winner to spice up this round. Now, we start in race 5, and it is outside the V75 frame this Saturday. It's a race for mares over 2,140 meters. And how do you want to open up this day?
I'm going to open up with what I call a next-timer. Number 12, Fame Boko. When I saw her race last time, I sort of noted her down in my notebook and remembered her for this time. She's got a tricky post this time, of course, with number 12. But the way she looked last time, Per Lennartson put her on the inside there, and she got all boxed in with plenty of gas left in the tank. I feel that she moves down in class this time because she's only up against mares. Last time it was an open V75. This time a fillies and mares race, and with the slightest bit of luck, she needs a little bit of a help on the way. I think she'll overcome this field here.
A win bet in race 5 on horse number 12, Fame Boko. We move on to race 6, which equals the first leg in the V75 round. It's a class 1 final over full distance, and number 2, Coburg Hanover, is the clear favorite. But you want to talk about another horse?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the open stretch here. I think Coburg Hanover will definitely take the lead, and after that he'll be put under pressure from Dr. Doxy Zenz probably. Number 1, Roarin is my bet here. I think that she's fast enough, could take the lead, but I don't think anybody really wants the lead in this race, with the exception of Coburg Hanover, because we know the tempo is going to be high. And from the open stretch, I think that Roarin will have a good chance to take down Coburg Hanover in the lead, and all the other horses coming late. So an open stretch winner here in Roarin.
So another win bet there in race 6, and we move on to race 7, which is the class 2 race. Also this over full distance, and it looks very, very open, I think, but no problem for you, Mike, because you have a winner for it.
It is a very even field here, but one horse seems to be quite overlooked. I don't really know why. Number 8, Tim Frontline. For me, he's the first horse in this race, despite the post. He's been very, very impressive. He's had 5 races now since he moved to a new trainer, an amateur trainer, and 4 of those he's won in very impressive style. Last time was no exception at Axvalla when he cleared around the whole field the last 700 meters. I especially liked the way that Stefan Persson was driving the horse. You could tell that he was full of confidence. He was sitting way back. He was last with 700 meters to go, and still he was just waiting for the right time. He knew he had an incredible horse who could really finish the last 700 meters incredibly fast. So I think Tim Frontline is a lot better than most people know. And with pull-out earplugs as well, I think we can expect something really good in this race.
An interesting win bet there in number 8, Tim Frontline, in race 7. The daily double we have this Saturday in races 11 and 12. And DD1 seems to be a very open bronze division final over full distance. And Mike, how have you reasoned to solve this one?
It is very open, but I'm going to go for the favorite in the second leg, so I need an outsider in the first one. That's how I like to bet. I'm going to go for number 1, Order by Heaven. This one I'm quite excited about. It's completely overlooked on the V75 at least, and I expect pretty high odds on this one. Order by Heaven has 4 races now after being away for a long time and is improving in form every time. Last time finished very strong, was out 3 wide last 700 meters against really, really good horses. Once again, remember, we've got the open stretch here. Order by Heaven can really finish hard, and if the tempo is high, which I expect it to be here with Uppe Hoppa, Victory Korsgård and Royal Hoss in the same race here, several other strong horses as well. With a high tempo, I think Order by Heaven has a good chance to win on the open stretch and completely overlooked, so I'm going for value here.
In DD2, we've already talked about Åby Stora Pris and Ridley Express and Propulsion. So my first question, before we start talking about your banker, is what about the other horses in this race? Are they only spectators, or is there a chance that one of them actually could challenge the 2 big favorites?
Well, it's very interesting that Lutfi Colgjini has 2 really, really strong horses in the race here. Number 5, Platon Face, and number 6, Rajesh Face. Those are extremely strong, and it could very well that they do some kind of tactic to help each other out here in this race. So if you want to go against the favorite, Ridley Express, I think Ridley Express will come out on top. But if you want to go against them, I think the Colgjini horses are most interesting, especially number 5, Platon Face.
And we saw your DD combination there earlier, and it was one single combination for Mike's DD system this Saturday. The V75 round is an appealing one this Saturday. It looks tricky. It has a jackpot, 3.5 million euros to a single winner. And Åby has a record of producing high payouts on V75. Mike, last week, I just have to mention, you were brilliant in suggesting and talking about Raya Rib, who won as a 51 oddser. And if you can produce something like that this week, that would be fantastic. Maybe Order by Heaven is something like that.
I think Order by Heaven is the one I'm going to go for this week. Completely overlooked and has a good post and perfect form. So, of course, needs a bit of luck. She's up against tough horses, but that's what I said about Raya Rib last week as well, and we had the luck we needed that time. So hopefully we got luck again this Saturday.
Let's see how you solve this round. We start in the first leg, V75 1, and you mark 5 horses, despite the fact that you recommended a win bet on number 1, Roarin.
Yeah, as I said, I'm speculating in that Roarin wins on the open stretch, but that's always a little bit dangerous. In case Coburg Hanover, for instance, surrenders the lead to one of the strong horses on the outside, then suddenly Roarin is third on the inside, and that makes it a lot more difficult. So I feel safer with a few more marks.
In V75-2, it was number 8, Tim Frontline, who was your winner. But here he gets company of 4 more horses. Anyone in particular you want to mention?
He's got a very tricky post, so of course it's always a bit dangerous to bank a horse from the 8th post. But I think he's got a good chance and he's good value. But Waikiki Silvio was really, really good last time, and Karl Sjöhammar is a very capable horse. So those 2 are the first against Tim Frontline.
V75-3 is for 4-year-old horses, and here we have the biggest favorite of the day in number 3, Perfect Spirit. No hesitation at all from your side there in banking him?
Well, I don't think this is the race they're aiming for. I think he's got bigger races ahead of him, so he's probably not in full form, but the way I read the card, I think he'll come pretty easily to the lead, and after that, I don't see who's going to put up the tempo on the outside, possibly Lucifer Lane, but it just feels that he's got a bit of a penalty kick here. But if you want to go for big money and go against a couple of favorites, I'm banking the 2 biggest favorites of the round. But if you want bigger money, then this is the one to go against. Probably with Lucifer Lane in the first case.
In the fourth leg, we have a remarkable lady in number 3, Kindy Kane. She's won 80% of her races this far, is the favorite, of course, in this race for mares that are divided up over 2 tiers. But not a huge favorite, though.
No, in my opinion, this is the best banker of the round because she's not a big favorite. And personally, I think that she should be a very, very heavy favorite here. She's got an excellent post. She's shown that she can go with a circular start. She has proven form. She was great last time. The only minus is that she's going to be in a regular race bike this time instead of the American style that she had last time. But I don't think that's much of a minus. I think she'll come easily to the lead, and after that, I think we're home safe.
The fifth leg holds the silver division, and usually they're quite open, the silver divisions. This one, no exception. Tell us about your 4 choices here.
Well, my first horse here is number 4, Sir QC. I think that's the best horse in the race, has a good post as well. The only thing that concerns me is that Ulf Olsson chooses to drive Global Satisfaction instead. He chose that before the numbers were pulled, of course, but it means that he's got bigger confidence in Global Satisfaction. So those two really stand out as better than the rest, in my opinion. But Linus Boy showed good form, and Don't Mind Me will be the front runner in this race, and I'm marking those two as well. But Sir QC is definitely my first horse.
In V75-6, you used number 1 Order by Heaven as your DD banker, but here you mark 6 horses. You don't dare to bank Order by Heaven.
Well, it's like with Raya Rib last week. She needs a bit of luck, and that's a bit dangerous on the V75, but good value on Order by Heaven. So hopefully we can have a repeat this Saturday.
And in the last leg, Åby Stora Pris, 2 million Swedish crowns to be given, according to you, to number 4, Reed Express.
I think everybody seems to be marking both Propulsion and Ridley Express, so I think it's pretty. It makes good sense to go for Ridley Express as the banker. This is his own game over long distance, and I think he'll come out on top.
600 are the amount of combinations that the V75 system consists of this Saturday. And SwedishHorseRacing.com is, of course, the website you turn to if you want to find out more about Swedish trotting and horse betting. And with that, we wish you the best of luck and enjoy these fabulous races at Åby Racetrack this Saturday. Bye-bye.